What's up, family? I'm back with another video, man. Let's just take this time to appreciate how beautiful this looks. Look how beautiful that looks. I'm over here just gazing upon it, man. We really take the little stuff for granted, stuff like the sun's view. Like there's people, like I said, there's people that can't even see this, and we take stuff like that for granted. And we shouldn't be afraid to speak up or do what we really want to do just because others don't agree on it, you know? So like that's what I want to talk about today. Once again, thank you for clicking on my video. I appreciate y'all, man. This is gonna be a short one. What I want to talk to you guys about today is fear and how fear is not real. The only reason we feel fear is because our ego is comfortable with its surroundings, its environment. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about with ego, I'm gonna say it again. Go check out my other video, Ego versus You. What I like to say the ego is your physical self, the self that grew up, with the indoctrination of the system and all that stuff. So the reason I say that is because let's say you were a baby that grew up in the woods, and yo, the sky is so beautiful. Like this is the little stuff that hold on. This is the little stuff that like makes me say I love my life, man. Like look how beautiful this is. Great setting. But I want to what was I thinking? The setting even made me lose track of what I was talking about, but I know what I was talking about. Fear. Now, the reason we fear stuff, like I said, is because the ego is comfortable with its surroundings and it's comfortable with what it already is used to. So stuff that is out of our comfort zone, I guess you could call it, makes us feel a type of way. Like that feeling like butterflies in your stomach. That's like that anxious feeling, that you shouldn't be feeling, because let's say, like I was saying, if you were a baby in the woods, if you grew up in the woods, you wouldn't know what fear is. You wouldn't know what any of these emotions are. You would just feel them. But I even think that you wouldn't even feel fear because there's nothing to be scared of, right? Why would the creator put all this for us here and have us scared of it? Like some of us are scared to approach animals, let's say, for example, but that the fear of approaching, let's say if you were to approach a lion, like nobody in their right minds would even think of approaching a lion, right? But that lion is more scared of you than you're scared of it. And at the end of the day, it's just protecting its home. But let's say if you were like a baby, right? Babies aren't afraid of spiders. Babies just play with it. And that's because they have no fear of everything. They're connected to everything. But that's why they showed us movies and all these shows and all that stuff that has all this fear-based stuff inside. Like death and blood and all that stuff. So we can grow up with that fear. And eventually, yeah, you could say, oh, I'm not scared of all that stuff, but it's in the back of your head. It's in your subconscious. So yeah, you're going to be scared of it. It's not because you're scared of it. It's because it's already embedded into you since you were a kid. So I feel like fear is not natural. We shouldn't be scared of anything. This is our home. Earth is one of our homes. Earth is home, and we shouldn't be scared of the stuff naturally in it. We were taught fear in school. That's why at school as kids they had all these emotions, like the pictures, the smiley face, the sad face, the mad face, all that, to teach us all these emotions. And then on top of that, they taught us fear. And even parents now, like they put fear into their kids, like, oh, like Hispanics be like cuco or some shit like that. And you shouldn't be doing that, because that's making them grow up with fear that they don't even know they're gonna have later on in life. That's why now, to get rid of that fear, you have to like meditate, you know, you have to trust that everything is going the way it has to go, no matter what. A lot of people fear change. Change is what causes fear. When the ego feels change, it brings it anxiety and fear. To get rid of that, you just have to trust that no matter what is happening, it's happening for you. Not to you, but it's happening for you. Everything happens for you, not to you. Because something bad happens to you, it's for you, right? Because you're going to learn from that. And if something good happens to you, it's for you too, because it's working in your benefit. So really, there's no good and bad. It's just how you see it. It's just how you see it. If you see it as a bad thing, it's gonna be a bad thing. But really, it's for you. It's happening for you. Everything happens for you, because it anything that happens to you, it evolves you. It elevates you in some way, somehow. You're scared to roller skate. Once you do, you're gonna fall a couple times. Yeah, you may fall, or you may have what they call beginner's luck. But really, it's just naturally, it comes to you naturally. It's just something natural to you. You're scared to drive a car, you gotta drive it first. How are you scared to drive something you haven't even driven? Because you're already thinking that you're gonna fuck up when you haven't even done anything to fuck up. You gotta do stuff first in order to experience it. Once you experience it, that fear will go away. That's why you can't let the fears of when you were a kid affect you now. You have to take responsibility for that. You can't let the fears of when you were a kid affect you now, because you're gonna live with that the rest of your life. And then you're gonna embed those fears into your kids later on, and then it's just gonna be a whole cycle. Shit, when I got my kids, I'm not gonna teach them. I'm gonna teach them to fear nothing. There's nothing they should be fearful of. They should be themselves no matter what. Like school. That's why like I'm gonna also like homeschool my kids too, because I don't want I don't want these people teaching my kids false information, first of all. And then not only that, there's a hell of fear going on in school, bro. Kids afraid to speak up. Kids afraid to be themselves. Is what drives kids into depression and stuff. Nobody wants to be themselves anymore. Everybody wants to live up to society's standards and social media standards and all that shit, when really none of that shit fucking matters. You were sent here to be yourself, bro. Be yourself, no matter how weird people tell you you are, bro. You're not weird. What the fuck is weird? What is weird? Like, really think about it. Like, what is weird? Like, what is weird? What's the definition of weird? People only call you weird because they wouldn't do what you would do, but they're not you, so it really doesn't matter. Don't be afraid of anything, man. Fear is just in your mind. Fear is all up in your head. Fear doesn't exist, bro. And once you embed that into your brain, you could do whatever you want. You won't be afraid of nothing. Because there's nothing to be afraid of. Everything is for you. All right, man. That's it for the video. That's all I wanted to talk about, man. Well, I enjoyed this beautiful view right here. Hope you guys are having a good one. Have a good rest of your night. Subscribe, share, like. I'm out.